Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Monster Strike, let's have the look at the My Hero Academia collaboration that I'm going to pull, and then we'll look at the characters. But before we do that, let's pull in this hatcher. This is a thing where you get a guaranteed 5-star, and it's also guaranteed to be a character you've never pulled before. And that's including limited characters, so that's pretty exciting. But before we even do this, I'll tell you about my result from pulling the Montama, I think it is, from the last new event, which had the Hawaiian flowers. I really wanted characters good for Shangri-La and Abaduba. I was able to pull both of those, which was amazing. If you remember, when I pulled the X-Flag Park limited time hatcher with the light and water characters, there was... let's see where she is. Pudumeria. She was from that new Hawaiian Flowers collection, but also was put in that light and water hatcher. So I pulled her, and then she's great in Shangri-La. I used her in there. I'll put up a video of that clear pretty soon. And in the Montama, those free pulls that they gave out, I managed to pull Hibiscus. And this was the one that I wanted the most, absolutely. She looks like she's going to destroy Abaduba. Still haven't tried her out in there. But even just for general use, I think she'll be really good. She has the Elemental Slayer, which I always love, but she also has two null abilities, the Flight and then the Null Block. And then amazingly, she has the Gives Barrier ability, which I think up to now is only on limited characters, and like limited New Year's characters, so very rare ability. But super happy to have her, and then... so now actually I have teams for both Shangri-La and Abaduba. So they're no longer on my want list. So I'm kind of not quite sure what I want from this hatcher where you get a guaranteed first drop of a character. But yeah, let's just pull, let's see what we get. I don't expect there's any kind of guaranteed effect since you're already getting something. Maybe it'll guarantee it limited or something, I don't know. Let's see what we get. Stop, 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 stop. Okay, interesting. Zadokyo. She is a limited character from the Green Fantasy Hatcher, which I would probably never ever pull, so that's very cool. She's maybe, I don't know, she's maybe one of the more underrated angel characters of that second wave of angels. But let's look at her real quick. Okay, cool. So this is the Ascension version. She's very good for Hold Eye. Here we are. Alright, so Pierce, Null Damage Wall, Null Block. And then has the Deity Slayer on the gauge, which will work on the boss. And then Regen, which gives you back, I think, 3,000 HP per turn. So she's pretty self-sufficient, and she can do some damage. Stats are solid overall, no complaints there. Bump Combo is the Speed Up, that'll be very helpful in Hold Eye. And then the Energy Burst. That is the Sub-Bump Combo, but it's the 6, so it'll cover a lot of area. And then Strike Shot looks like a delay, which is nice. But 30 turns, that's a lot of turns for a Strike Shot. But you do get the 3-turn delay, so that's pretty cool. And then the evolution, this is really good. This is a good character for direct attacks. High attack value, Minesweeper L, and then super null damage wall. So if you're in a quest where there are both the mines and the damage walls, she'd be one of the best direct attackers. Very high speed as well. HP is pretty good as well. She's pretty solid. Bump Combo is maybe her weakest point. This is like the bump combo that Moses has, where she has the shots go out, but instead of piercing through the target it hits, it rebounds back. So if there's only like the single target on screen, the shots will rebound back, go off the screen, and then you'll never see them again. But in a crowded place, it can be useful. And then Strike Shot is a speed and power up, and then she picks up the Slayer for the first character that she hits, like Nirai Kanai. So again, really good at direct attacks. Very happy to have her. New limited is always great. Okay. But next, let's pull in the My Hero Academia. I'm only going to do the 110 shot because I'm not dying for these characters. The Hatcher Monsters look strong, and then I am reading the comics, and I am liking it. It's really well done. It's got a lot of style, which I like. And then, I don't know, just recently, the level of like polish in like hand-drawn manga is so much better from like 20 years ago. It's crazy. I don't know how they keep it up, the artists. But I've read the first couple books, I've watched the movie, it's all very cool, but still it hasn't motivated me to want me to pull more than one 10-shot. I'm just going to go for the 4-star characters for now. But yeah, let's pull the 10-shot, let's see what we get, and then I'll talk about all of the characters after that. Go! Oh, wow. That's very cool. New character there, not on the collaboration. Good, good. This is one of the 4 stars. Stop, 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 stop. Oh no! I didn't get the other 4-star. Okay. Well, let's check out this character first. I don't know how to read that. Alright, Evolution is a bounce, null wind, null block with recovery M and then the Universe Slayer M. So a pretty narrow area of quests you can use her. Bump combo is the 8-way laser EL, that's fairly good. And then the boss that she hits, she'll reveal the boss's weak points with the strike shot. That could be useful depending on the quest. The Ascension is definitely more versatile. Pierce, null gravity barrier, no block, and no gauge, so that's nice. That'll make her a good partner for with Beethoven when he uses his Grand Command Strike Shot. She also has the 8-way laser and then the blast bump, that's very nice. And then every time she hits a wall, a laser will come out. That is like, what's her face? Tai Kobo. Pretty strong strike shot, I like that. Yeah, but null gravity barrier, null block has been a pretty useful null combination this year, so happy to have her. Okay, you know what, let's pull one more 10-shot. I want to get that other 4-star and then maybe give me another chance to pull a 5-star. Go! Oh, there we go. Okay, another off-banner 5-star, that is fine. Let's keep going. Stop, 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 stop. Okay, good. This is the other 4-star, now I can stop pulling. This is Ochako. She's pretty cool, she's pretty cool. Stop, 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 stop. Okay, whatever, that's cool. Alright, Budaemon. And let's see what he or she does. Evolution, Pierce, null damage wall, null block, that's cool. And then Deity Slayer, that's also cool. Speed up bump combo. And then let's see, speed and power up strike shot. And let's see. Goes through walls. This is like Ragnarok, that's pretty cool. This might be the first for a Pierce, I don't know. And then it comes out every 12 turns. And I think the multiplier is fairly high as well. Interesting character, I will look into this. And then Ascension, Pierce, null gravity barrier, that's it. Laser stop, and then the power up when your HP is below 50%. Bump combo is very good. The homing piercer 18, and then she's a blast type. So she's got that magic number, 3345 damage. So bump combo is the speed up S, that's pretty nice. And then Strike Shot is the 12-turn Command Strike Shot. Interesting character. Happy to have her. I'll think about where I can use her. Okay, but next, let's talk about the characters of this collaboration. And then let's think about, you know, which Hatcher monsters might be worth pulling for, and then which drop monsters would be worth making the max luck. Let's start from the top. Here's Katsuki. I don't like this character in the comics. He's just an angry bully. But he's pretty popular, so maybe in later volumes he becomes more interesting. But very high stats overall, very good attack. He is Fire Bounce, Super Null Gravity Barrier, that's always great. And then Null Magic Circle and Null Block. So kind of like Lancelot X plus Null Block. And then a bump combo, he has the same one as Solomon Evolution, where you hit characters, they get targets, and then at the end of the movement, he shoots piercing arrows. This bump combo is actually not great. Having used Solomon Evolution a lot, I don't know, sometimes it does good damage, but most of the time no, so I wouldn't be too enamored with this bump combo. Then the Blast Bump combo, which I always like on Hatcher monsters. And then Strike Shot is a explosion on first hit, and the effect is very cool. It looks kind of cartoony and like in character for the anime. Does good damage. So yeah, good direct attacker, I would say, with a little bit of support. And an interesting triple null ability. Okay, next up is, I forget his name. He's also super popular as a character, he's very cool. Pierce, Minesweeper M, and then Magic Circle Boost, so he'll become a rooster when he hits the Magic Circles. He is a Blast type, and his bump combos are crazy. He has the Super Breath, which has nice range and then nice damage just in the standard form, but he is a Blast type, so that's crazy damage, and then he's also Pierce, which will make him even easier to use. He could be really good in very specific quests where you need, Water, Pierce, Minesweeper, Magic Circle. But he could also maybe be useful for just everyday use, just because he is a Pierce with a very strong bump combo. So this guy might be the most worth pulling, yeah. And then Strike Shot looks like speed and power up, and then the enemy he ends up closest to will get another ice attack, so I've seen this, also cool effect, pretty strong. Okay, and then next is maybe my favorite character. This is the main character, Izuku, I think. And then he is a power type, which is pretty unusual for a main character to be of a collaboration. Usually it's like a speed or normal type. But he is Light Bounce with Super Null Warp, and then Null Block, and then Counter Slayer, and then Vital Killer. Counter Slayer, he picks up the Slayer for the last enemy that hits him. Vital Killer is when he gets Slayer for whoever has more than 50% HP, I think it is. So it's kind of like a Slayer on everybody for the first half. This is really good for zombie loops. Critical Luck skill, that's nice. He has the Round Flash, which makes him similar to Othello, a bounce power type with the Null Warp. But instead of the Weak Point Slayer, he has Counter Slayer, so that can maybe help the damage with him there. And then the healing beam. It'll do less damage as a beam, but it'll do the same amount of healing when it hits your teammates. So yeah, that's not downgraded because he is a power type. And then a Strike Shot is a tackle that does a ton of damage and then tosses guys up into the air, so it does the guaranteed damage as well. Pretty strong. I think it can be pretty good. Okay, so those were the Hatcher monsters, the 5 stars. 4 stars I'll skip, they're worth getting. They're cool characters in the comics. Okay, next let's talk about the Max Lux. And I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Max Lux you can make with this collaboration. So if you make them all, you're going to be very busy. So I'm going to try to be kind of strict in my grading of these drop monsters, just so you don't have to kill yourself making all of them. But first, let's go here. This is Dabi. He's one of the few, I would say, that is worth making. Fire Bounce, Minesweeper, Null Wind, Robot Slayer, M. I think the thing that differentiates him from all of the other characters with the same, null abilities is his Robot Slayer. If there's ever a high-level quest where there are robots, then he'll shine in there. He has the Standard Breath, which is still very strong for a drop monster. And then Strike Shot I have not seen yet. They didn't put up the video yet, but it's a point and shoot. But yeah, let's look at other characters that are balanced with Minesweeper and Null Wind, just to compare. Let's see here. Bounce, Null Wind. Minesweeper, was it? Okay, great. So here they are. Oh wait, let's do the drop monsters. Okay. So yeah, as we can see, there are options. There are lots of limited characters that you can't get anymore, though. Here is a Colossal here. Who's this? Oh, that's Holes Black. He's always available. If you needed a fire monster, there's Budeadeo. He's available. But yeah, again, for the Robot Slayer, he could have a niche, so I would recommend him there. And then he's just like a standard quest. He'll appear, you know, for like 2-3 hours every day, so you can farm him normally. The other one that you can farm normally, we will skip here. I forget what this guy's name is, Shitaragi or something, but light, bounce, blast type, so stats are low, Minesweeper, null warp. That's a very nice double null ability, but let's look at the competition again. Minesweeper, null warp, I think that's it. Okay. So yeah, lots of limited time monsters, impossible monsters. Maybe the most direct competition is going to be Malik here. If you have Malik, I think you don't need to make the new one here. Otherwise, Emerald Dragon, who I think is still great today. No gauge, high HP, high speed, blast bomb combo. You got Marishten, yeah, all these other guys. I would actually say he's kind of low priority. He is a blast type, but his bump combo is just that like lock-on expanding wave, which is not great, and it's kind of hard to use. Strike Shot might be his best thing, but again, haven't seen this guy's video. Speed and power up, and then looks like he hits all enemies on screen. So if you need to kind of use it as like a meteor strike shot to clear a level of little guys, it might be useful for that. But yeah, maybe wait until you see the video for that to see how powerful it is, and then maybe make this guy. Okay. And then here is Stain. He is the one that appears like all day, every day, where you beat once and you get 1 drop. This guy I would say is a must. He might be one of the best Max Lux available here. Would bounce with a triple null, null magic circle, null damage wall, null block, and weak point slayer. So triple null and then the weak point slayer. I don't think I even need to compare him to other characters with similar null abilities, because I don't think anybody has that triple null. Yeah, so just for that I would say he's worth making. Attack is low, but with the weak point slayer can make it work. He's got the rewind blaster, which is so-so. Strike shot, speed and power up, and then as he moves, swings his swords around him. So it might be worth using him just like as a straight up and down or left and right, so you can keep his speed up and then swing the swords around. This guy I would recommend. Okay, so those are the 3 guys available from just quests that you play. The next 3 guys will be Max Lux that you can make by trading in coins. So the first one here, we'll go from the bottom. This is Eraserhead. Pierce, null warp, null magic circle. Stats are pretty low for being a Pierce. Bump combo is the spread piercing 5, which is actually kind of strong, but not enough to sell the character. And then the strike shot might be his best thing. This is a delay for 2 turns. But it only works on characters that he ends up near, so it can be hard to use. But let's compare him to other characters with Pierce, null warp, null magic circle. Okay, so not a lot of competition, but here's the latest Super Extreme, Loco Moco. She might be better, just overall, like better bump combo, better strike shot maybe, better stats I think. So that might be worth looking into. And then there's Skula, who's one of my most recommended Max Lux. Pierce, null warp, null magic circle, no gauge, blast bomb combo. But yeah, if you did need a dark Max Lux for maybe some future high level quest, you could always fall back on a Loco Moco, so yeah. Yeah, maybe Eraserhead, even though he's a popular character too, maybe you can skip him if you have other priorities. Next is kind of the main character, All Might, and then he's kind of the mentor of the main character, Izuku here. And then he's kind of like a Superman type, or like a One-Punman type, super duper strong, and he could be a boring character, but he's actually one of my favorites because he's got like a curse on him, and then he mentors the main character, and I like that relationship. So yeah, I kind of want to make this guy just for the sentiment rather than his abilities. But he's a bounce with Minesweeper and Null Magic Circle. And then the Super Flare, which is nice, but he has a power type, so the damage is kind of lowered. It does have a chance to stun, however. And then the Strike Shot is a like a tackle Strike Shot. This does a lot of damage for a drop character, so that's another reason I can use to recommend him. But let's look at other bounce, Minesweeper, whoops, Null Magic Circle, see who we got. Okay, so not a lot, but you do have a direct element character to fall back on. That's Drazarina, which is not too difficult. And then here's Nobita. Nobita, he kind of shone lately with Kaimeiju, but that was because he had Flight instead of Minesweeper. Old Maito has Minesweeper, so he could be better or worse, depending on the quest. I'm gonna make this guy. I think he's funny and cool. Alright, and then the last one is All for One. And then he might be the ultimate bad guy. I haven't gotten that far yet in the comics. But he is a Dark Pierce with a triple Null. Null Warp, Null Gravity Barrier, Null Damage Wall. This guy I also don't have to compare. Not even maybe to characters with like 2 of those Null abilities. Nobody has these 3. But besides having that triple Null, he's actually kind of vanilla. The bump combo is the Super Meteor. It'll hit a random target, so it might hit like a shield and be wasted. It'll do extra damage on characters with a weak point in the center of them. But yeah, I wouldn't count on this for consistent damage. And then the Strike Shot is also a tackle, but it seems like it doesn't do as much damage as Old Maito, so I don't know. But yeah, if you want a character with a triple Null, which has like 3 of the main bump combos, Pierce, this is going to be your guy. If you're just starting the game, this is a great one to start the game with. But yeah, besides that, again, pretty vanilla. And then his speed is not even very high for a Pierce monster, so yeah, I know a lot of guys, or I know a lot of players are going to be really in love with this guy, but I'm kind of lukewarm on him. I'll see how hard his Super Extreme quest is, and then maybe think about, you know, how my farming is going with the medals. But yeah, in conclusion, my top priority for just the standard drop monsters is going to be Stain, because he has got the triple Null and some nice damage capabilities. And then for the medal exchange, my top priority is going to be All Might, just because I like the character, and then Strike Shot is really strong, so yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking there. Okay, but should be a cool collaboration. Very popular. I look forward to reading more of the manga. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the collaboration as well. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.